3. In the upper left, in the red, our Zerg player, he is
Samsung Galaxy Can Solar.
ooh, evil grin. In the bottom right, in the blue, our Terran player.
SK Telecom T1 Innovation.
I also want to say, because like I was just talking about how cool it is, Innovation's back on a Kespa team. He's like being trained so well and like practicing so hard. He's like in great shape. Solar though is like, Solar is such a cool kid and practices so hard. He's so ambitious. He has like a self-imposed training regimen that's as good or better than anyone else's, and plays every damn cup in the world. Like, this guy just wants it, man. He wants to be the best so badly.
He's hungry to be a champion.
Yeah, his skill is reflect. I mean, he is a DreamHack champion, right? So, I mean, that's kid is definitely got some skill. I hope he's someone that's going to be around for a very long time doing this too, and I think that is the case. I love this new crop of really hard-working macro players.
Well, this is what makes StarCraft so good, is it's so much about hard work.
It is.
You just have to grind and
Talent
focus.
is such a small piece of it. People don't even get it.
It's crazy. So we have a CC first here for Innovation, which looks like it's the right build to do against Solar. Solar's going for Hatch first. There's no way for Solar to contest the CC first.
That's right. The best he could do here is double Hatch before pool, but he doesn't scout in time to be able to do that. It'd be very, very risky.
I feel like we need the Mario sound effect for whenever you get a coin from a power block, a P block, every time someone comes on camera with a sign.
That's
That'd
really
be cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Did you see, I saw this, I forget what gaming news site I saw it on, but someone just got the new world record for Super Mario.
Two new world records were set within like an hour of each other or something.
Oh, was it 2?
Yeah, 2. Like one guy
did the credits glitch, right?
Yeah, someone did the credits glitch. Apparently, it was the first time done on console, and then, well, that's like the ultimate super record, I guess. That's like way faster, and then there's the other one that's like harder to do.
Which is the proper, I guess we'd say.
But that's pretty insane, man. And I believe that was Mario 3, right? Or was that Mario 1?
It was Mario World. Super Mario World.
Oh, okay.
SNES.
Yeah. A great game. I love that game. I played that game so many times. I've actually done like little speed runs where I just go through the special thing with my like brother and stuff.
Yeah.
How quick can we beat this? I don't even remember how quick.
That's so funny.
Obviously, nothing compared to an actual speedrunner.
I didn't read the article, but I saw some other link to something. It's like, he beat the game in 6 minutes, but should we count this as cheating? It was like the title of the article. I'm like,
it's cheating.
This guy. I'm like, what?
Hell?
I'm like, is this guy an idiot? Like, does he not know what a speed run is?
Yeah.
Like,
it's about using
speed run is you use glitches. You could set up the parameters and say, okay, I'm going to go for a world record, and I'm not going to use this glitch. So I'm trying to set up this world record, or I'm going to use this glitch.
Well, that's
called
it's called clickbait.
What would the game devs say about this? I'm like, well, I don't know.
It's called clickbait when someone just is like, oh, I'm going to title this in such a way that everyone will click on it.
This controversial
someone
title.
cheated. Well, that'll get #1 on Reddit. Wow!
Meanwhile, click here and see which Marvel superhero you really are.
Taste this is Sabretooth, by the way. Just look at him. Come on.
Yeah, man.
I'm definitely Jean Grey.
You're definitely Jubilee, man. So we have the third base coming down here.
Yeah, pretty quick speed here from Solar as well. Over on Innovation's side, in lieu of a quicker third command center, he is going for what looks like it's probably going to be Banshee, or it might not be, actually, based on where that starport is placed. We'll see if that floats over to get the add-on. I would imagine it would be. It's a popular build on this map. Hellion, that is. Does see that starport.
Overlord. Yep, sees the starport, beat me to it, and now has a very good idea of what's going on here. And the Ling actually gets in. Wow. Well, if there was anything you weren't sure about, Solar, you know everything now.
That Ling is like the greasy guy from Family Guy, man. Look at that. He just gets right in there. Oh, catch me.
Catch me if you can.
But it's also very interesting that he's getting the Viking, too. We saw that before from Hart. So kind of cool to see out of Innovation here.
That Viking's coming out now. Just going to clean up the overlords on the map. Make a little bit of darkness, a little bit of fog of war here. so that Innovation can move around more freely without Solar monitoring every action that takes place here. The third command center is going to conveniently go right there in the bottom left. Or at least it looks like that, since that's where it's being built.
I'd be pretty surprised if you floated somewhere else.
Especially considering it's Innovation.
Yeah.
Okay, we have our first medevac out now, along with the Widow Mine. So the Viking really complements the medevac here because he can drive out the Overlords, which allows the medevac to move in a more stealthy manner here.
Very true. We do have and I do quite like that. That's really cool. Reminds me of the Wraith rushes with some vultures on the map that we used to see in StarCraft 1. But, already has a very well placed Widow Mine, or Spore Crawler there. Yeah. It's actually kind of important to know because otherwise he could have just dropped a Widow Mine there and there's no detection.
I don't know if he's going to get any of these Widow Mines out here.
He's already done so much damage to this that this is actually very annoying.
Oh my god! What did that hit it?
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
It got like, I think it got a few lings and 2 drones. So.
Oh, okay, so it did get some drones there.
Yeah, that whole drop only killing 2 drones. Yeah, it's totally doable there for Solar. He should be reasonably happy with how he's defended this. That Spore did a lot. You know, we would have had Widow Mine spread out. We would have had that medevac at higher health. Everything would have gone a bit better if he hadn't had that. So it's really well done with that placement.
He is going to graze by an Overlord here and try to do a Hellion drop over here to the front. I don't believe there's anything he can actually pressure with here in the back. So we'll see how much Terran actually commits with this, or if he just kind of flies in there and then backs out again without even really dropping much. Meanwhile, the Viking is continuing to poke around the map, try to take out any Overlords that are stray here.
Some good creep spread in the main base, by the way, for Solar.
Oh my god, I mean, he just wasn't even ready. That's really funny because it was very apparent. Oh my god.
Well, gets the medevac.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
That Spore Crawler continuing to pay off.
Whoa.
Oops.
Okay.
All right, no big deal. But yeah, I love little tiny things like that. When you see like one Spore Crawler that he made, he put it in a certain place. It was very well placed, and look at the dividends it's brought him at this point. The first drop was unsuccessful. The second drop, he killed the medevac.
Yeah.
And not very successful either, so some great defense here so far. He's already got his 1-1. Baneling's speed on the way. Actually, even taking his 4th base right now.
The medevacs are coming up now. I got to say, Solar, at least we're getting to see the game he wanted to play here.
Yeah.
Instead of the game he was denied and forced into the the Ling, Roach, Bane all in.
Yeah, he's playing it very well as well. Innovation does see the Spire timing, which is very important. Drops out here. We'll see what he can get done.
Okay, he's coming down now, and targeting these queens down. Nicely done. Nice. 3 queens go down. He picks up before Banelings can arrive.
Oh, wow.
Goes up into the main. I don't think he should drop here.
Yeah, this isn't working
It's
at all.
not coming out quite as efficiently. Okay, so he picks up there. There's one Marine totally neglected over there.
Killing those queens is fantastic, though, because you really, when you take 4th base on this map, you need that creep spread out really far. Innovation's push is going to be so hard to stop, and by killing those queens, well, I guess there's actually a lot of active tumors, so it's not going to be that bad, but still, killing 3 queens with that is pretty awesome.
He's coming up now. There may be too many Banelings here. The Widow Mine's bro, but everything else is picked up. Whoa, the way that's going to get underground in time. And Innovation looks like he wants to win this just based off harass. Now, when it's Ling Baneling, getting drops over here behind the minerals is pretty huge. He picks up before anything can be touched, drops again over here at the back of this base, and immediately gets up again.
Looks like Solar simply has enough right now that he can deny all these drops. The mutas are out as well, so that's going to help out. Hasn't been spreading creep down on that 4th base, so all this multitasking of Innovation definitely costing Solar in at least that.
Well, the Lings and Banelings are coming down now, and they want to defend the 4th base here. I feel like Innovation just doesn't quite have enough with anywhere he's hitting. He's also not quite doing enough. With mutas out, I don't know if there's really...
His macro's on key, though, right? Because he's got 70 SCVs, and he's continuing to macro very strongly. There's 0 pressure on him back at home. Even if he's not getting a lot of damage done, he's keeping Zerg over here. He's keeping the creep back. Occasionally kills a unit or 2, but his upgrades are going. His macro is... Seriously, his minerals keep dropping below 100, so he's Definitely spot on with that.
Yeah, he's not missing a beat there. I like this over here. Some way to try to stop drones from mining there and then allow him to get a better position to push up here. He can also have those medevacs over here meet up with the army that's coming in to the right that we have right now.
Well, he does micro back right now, has some Widow Mines going under. Those mutas coming forward, some pretty decent Widow Mine connections.
I think there's just too much for Solar.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost doesn't matter how Innovation's handling this. The numbers are just too big and too scary.
Innovation tries to drop on the 4th. That was like, if he could have done that at the same time as the other thing, which of course he couldn't, that would have been amazing. But as is,
nice targeting on the mutas. That was really nicely done.
Yeah, yeah.
Making lemonade out of the lemons there. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. It's perfectly clear.
Making, coconut water out of the coconuts, if you will, guys.
Taking his mashed up tomatoes and making some ketchup. Someone stepped on his tomatoes and was like, oh, I'll make that into ketchup.
There you go.
No.
Well, we have another attack down here. It's going to be at the bottom. We don't quite have it on screen yet, but it's going to be, there it is. The Ling's coming in now.
A full wall and just going up.
Yeah, pretty important that he got that up. Although Innovation isn't turning around with this army. In fact, he's going to try to come in here and once again push at the 4th. Oh, perhaps I spoke too soon. Is he going to turn around now?
He had some rallies come out and fend off those Lings. Maybe try to catch the Lings on the way out or something. But yeah, with having that many Lings across the map, you got to watch out for a nice flank that could occur as well. So he's taking that watchtower, rallying through the center, making the command center actually is 4th command in a really cool spot. Kind of makes a smaller choke there and scouts for him a bit. Is starting to attack here up towards the 4th base. A lot of Lings and Banes moving forward.
Spreading, not bad for Innovation. Innovation might be able to turn the tides again here. The wall's broken down, but the Marines managed to take out that final Baneling, regrouping over here again.
That was a fantastic move by Innovation, picking off those Banes.
He needs to repair this, though. He can't afford to lose that 3rd. Oh, my God. I mean, there's so much going on in this game, we can barely keep up with it.
Yeah, these two are really playing
He's pulling the army up here, but I don't know if Innovation's going to be able to keep his 4th base. The attack's moving forward. So many Widow Mines have just been burrowed. The mutas are not there just yet to help defend.
A lot of Banelings hitting the Marauders, but that's because he has so many here. Just kind of attack moving through, and he does have enough to fend this off.
What?
Not the most efficient engagement by Solar, but you know what? It does the job. He keeps his 4th base. In the meantime, Innovation landing his own 4th.
I got to say, this is a pretty crazy game.
Yeah, this is really
pretty action-packed.
I wish all TVZs were like this awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to clean up some of these Overlords. A miss rally there.
Okay, he's coming up now.
This looks a little bit messy.
Yep.
Oh, a nice little counterattack here on the 3rd. Oh, killing off a decent amount of SCVs there. Breaking through that wall once again, pushing Innovation kind of back to have to deal with that. These are some very good counterattacks by Solar. In the meantime, taking a 5th base very far forward. Very easy for Innovation to move up there and attack, especially considering the creep is not even in front of it.
I gotta say, Solar is looking really good this game. He's really been staying up, keeping up with Innovation.
Yeah.
In fact, Innovation has been on his back foot for a lot of this. He's trying to get in there, but Solar's shutting it down everywhere.
But I do want to say a couple things for Innovation. 3-3 is about to finish, and he's done a great job of denying creep spread. Those two things put together are gigantic as we enter the late game.
Center control and pushing on the 5th base up here for Zerg is going to be very, very important.
Yeah.
I think we have a Ling attack down here at the bottom center.
Yeah, it does look
for that
like
expansion, although we're not. Okay, there it is.
And this drop doing some great work. I'm really liking Innovation's spot right now. 3-3 is just finishing right this second. A lot of Banelings being caught here. Ooh.
Huge misclick there. And in a game that is getting neck and neck, that could be something that can cost you everything. The Baneling numbers are down. The Lings retreat. The pressure again is on. Meanwhile, the 3rd base there for Innovation is saved.
Yeah, Innovation's supply peaking way up high. He's up by 60 army supply right now. A lot of Banelings on the way, though. So still one last chance for Solar here. Well, his army is not something that's going to last long, but it can deal a lot of damage.
Again, the creep has been depleted out here in the center of the map. It's going to depend on how effectively Solar can attack into this, because this attack is going to happen. And with this many Banelings, although mostly hitting Marauders in the front, It does look like it should be enough here to take on the majority of this. Picks up the Thor, boosts the medevac, and just runs back home to his 4th.
Yeah.
Which I believe is actually going to be fine because there's a planetary there and a small number of Marines.
This is still, I would say, pretty good for Innovation, though.
I think so.
Like, he made all those Banelings, and yeah, he beat the army that one time, but he's got like 8 mutas against something like 15 medevacs. There's 2 more upgrades for Innovation right now. All he needs to do is just build more units. His long-term units still exist, whereas what do we have long-term for Solar here? He just keeps making a lot of Banelings. That's why he's winning battles, and that cannot last forever.
He's also losing a lot of Banelings as it goes on.
Yes, exactly.
He's not traded too efficiently. And I think we're going to see one of these trades that's going to be the tipping point where he should get behind. Innovation now moving up. The Banelings backing up a little bit here. And yeah, I think Innovation trying to do 2 things at once here, but I don't know if Solar can afford to try to stop these 2 things at once, the attack and the expansion here, as this 5th base is going to inevitably be acquired here for Innovation. Meanwhile, the attack goes down, but actually the forces of Innovation pretty sparse.
Wow.
Lots of medevacs, not enough ground forces to take this on in the second wave. Maybe that will change the story.
Well, you know, he's got 3 mutas right now, so this guy's literally just running around with Ling Bane trying to kill off Innovation, but
yeah,
with 4 bases still, well, I guess it's not really 4 anymore, but he's mining his 4th base, and that's
also
a really big
important to
deal.
note. Solar's not mining gas from his 4th base. Not more gas for him to get more Banelings. So, and we see the Baneling numbers dropping slightly as the game goes on. A big Baneling clump here in the middle. He spreads out. Not a good enough detonation though. And the mutas are obliterated. In fact, it's 3 mutas left, which would make this push very powerful.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. More Lings, more Banes on the way. Even with good connections on these Banes, he's never going to fully get rid of Innovation's army. And even if he did, he can't kill the buildings. So
Innovation did it. Innovation just with focus, control, and tenacity, able to win that second game, making him the first player in our group to move on to the round of 16.
That's right. Some great play by Innovation. Well deserved. Definitely deserves to be first player out of this group. No question.
Solar, I have to say I'm very impressed. He's got some pretty damn solid ZvT, but he's against the best in the business, Innovation.
Well, we'll see if he can get out in second place. He's going to be awaiting, of course, the winner of Heart and Super. We'll see how that goes. I mean, that could be a tough one. I mean, Heart, he did beat Heart last time, but Heart took the game. Took a nice game off of him. Whereas Super, his PvZ is really strong.
I'll also say that if Solar has to play against Heart, he's definitely going to be more warmed up since playing that series with Innovation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to go to our losers match and see which play. Oh, excuse me. We're going to do the winners interview, and then we'll go to a break. But first, we want to see how is Innovation feeling now that he's managed to go on to the round of 16. What does he want to say to his fans, and what does he think about the games that we saw him win back there?
Yeah. Well, I always love a good Innovation interview. I wonder if he's going to play well for his fans.
What wild, unpredictable things will he say this time? I wonder
if he practices on the ladder and that type of thing.
And we'll be going to that shortly. I believe that is ready now. Almost ready. So we'll be there soon. That was my transitional dance.
That's really good.
It works really well when we switch the camera. Innovation, though, he looks really good. I think he's got a good chance of possibly winning the whole GSL.
Yeah, I think he top 8 easy.
Sure.
I mean, you're going to have to give him one hell of a group. It doesn't even matter what other players are in his group from the whole world. Like, you still look at it, you're like, Innovation, pretty good chance to get out of that group.
Yeah. We'll see what Parting does, though, with the groups here coming up.
That could mess
And his interview is ready now. It's not ready now. There's been some confusion here. But we'll be going to that shortly. So sit tight.
Let's just stare there silently into the
monitor. Stare there. And then what? We got to turn to each other. Ready?
위험을 톡톡히 보여주셨습니다.
You see the interview starting. It's really not, though, guys.
SK텔레콤 T1 이신영 선수 만나보겠습니다.
So first out of the group is Innovation. Congratulations.
네.
He says thank you.
와, 정말 소름 돋는 경기력이었습니다. 오늘 진출 소감 어떠세요?
So you had an amazing performance. How do you feel?
그래도 나름 올라갈 거라고는 생각하고 있어가지고 그냥 시나리오대로 된 것 같아요.
I thought I
오늘
could make
굉장히
it to the next
멋진
round.
경기를 하셨는데
but
표정이
I-
그렇게 썩 밝지 않네요.
I wasn't really
오늘
sure if it was
경기
going to be
내용
first or
전체적으로
second, but
만족
now that I'm out, I'm
못하시나요?
happy. She says you don't even look that happy. Are you not satisfied with your performance?
실수를 많이 해가지고
네.
그닥 깔끔한 경기력은 아니었어요.
You know, in my games, I made
와, 정말
several
소름 돋는
mistakes, but
대단이네요. 자,
but
오늘 보는
I'm not happy about that, but I'm
입장에서는
so glad I
마지막
got out.
2승자전 정말 대단한 경기였습니다. 상대가 1세트에서도 참 이 대놓고 하는 이 트리플 사신에 완벽한 발인링 이 대처를
So, as a
내놓았잖아요.
spectator, your final
그런데도
match against
깔끔히
Solar was
막았습니다.
amazing.
저그 입장에서는 어떻게 해야 이진영 선수를 뚫을 수
Even
있는
when
거예요?
Solar was pushing with his huge army, you
그게
defended it.
원래
What was that like?
저도 바링맹을 못 막는 걸로 알고 있는데 오늘 좀 컨트롤이나 좀
I knew that it was going to be tough.
운이 좋아가지고
to defend against his
그래서
attacks.
막을 수 있었던 것 같아요.
정말 단순 운이었나요?
But
정말 답이 없는
I
걸까요?
was lucky. I think that, well, that's what he said. He was lucky.
네, 운인 것 같아요.
She said, is it
자,
really just luck?
오늘 중계진들도 목이 쉬는
I said, yeah, I
게
think
아닐까
so.
하는 걱정이 될 정도로 참 놀라운 감탄사를 연발하셨는데 질문 들어볼까요?
네, 오늘 승리 일단 먼저 축하드리고요.
Sir, what Jasado
먼저
has to
했었던
ask.
이제 그 프로토스전 서성민 선수의 경기에서 1세트 때의 경기력과 2세트, 3세트 이게 매 경기가 좀
The
달랐던 것
first match
같은데
against Super, the
혹시
Protoss.
그렇게 좀 경기력의 차이가 있을 수 있었던 이유가 있었나요?
그냥
It
상대방
seems that you had a pretty different level of playing from the first,
스타리그
second,
경기를
second set.
봤는데
Why is that?
그런 식으로 비슷하게 하시더라고요. 근데 만발의 정원 같은 좀
When I'm watching his games in the Star League,
첫 게임이기도 하고 좀 대처를 잘 못했던 것 같아요.
그리고 이제
Especially the first shot on
2세트에서
Evergrande.
출발이 그렇게 썩 좋지 않았어요.
I wasn't really ready for what he was
너무 좀
using,
허무하게
how
막히는
he's
감이
attacking.
있었는데 그래도 침착함을 어떻게 뭐 지킬 수 있었던 그런 원동력이 있었나요?
상대가
How could you
러시온
keep
거는
calm
좀
and actually manage all
오바
that.
플레이였던 것 같고 그 너무 의료선 플레이를 깔끔하게 막혀가지고 한 타이밍 전멸 추적자
Well, when I
위험한
did the
순간이
medevac
있긴
harass,
했는데 다행히 상대가
He defended it really
본진으로
well.
다시 회군을 해가지고 그래서 이겼던 것 같아요.
그리고 이제 제가 봤을 때 3세트가 정말 어마어마했었던 것
And
같은데
after he
상당히 계속
pushed
똑같은
with the ground army,
빌드였거든요.
it worked pretty well.
빠른 이제 관측선에다가 전멸 추적자 준비하면서 관문도 좀 일찍 준비하면서 추적자를 눌러주는 그 빌드를 계속 같은 빌드 썼는데 그냥 봤을 땐 지뢰를
Actually, Super used pretty similar build orders in each game. It was almost the same.
다
What
먹혔습니다.
we talked about too,
어떻게 그렇게 할 수
Artosis, in
있었나요?
that series.
그냥 저 빌드
And he said, how did
자체가
you
상대가 뭘
did
하든
you expect him to do that? Excuse me.
그냥 흔들면 통한다는 생각으로 하는 거여가지고
Basically, I didn't really care what kind of build order he was
운이
using in
좋아서
the
통한 것
series.
그냥 운인가요?
All I
나의
focused on was
실력에 그런 게 플러스는 없었나요?
그냥 상대가 좀
just successful
이렇게
harassments with my medevacs.
대처를 좀 실수를 해야 통하는 것 같아요.
네. 그리고 이제 마지막으로 정말 많은 분들이 감탄을 하셨을 것
And he said he
같은데
thinks he made a few
유독
mistakes back
저분에게
there.
정말 말도 안
And
되는
that's how he got
경기력을
that
지금까지
advantage
보여주고
there.
있습니다. 뭐 이유가 있나요?
So I want to talk about the Zerg matches, especially the
그냥
huge
제가
win rate you have
잘하는 게
against
좀
Zerg. And especially your performance against the Zerg lately has just been amazing. Tell us about that.
저그전이 좀 저한테 맞는 것 같아요.
네. 그리고 마지막으로 현존하는 저그들 중에
When I
연습
play against a
때
Zerg,
많이 만나보셨을 텐데 그래도 이 저그는
end up
정말
winning all the time.
테라스를 잘하는 것 같다
I
싶은
just pull out
인상적인
and it
저그
just
선수
brings my
있나요?
confidence out.
없는 것 같아요.
So even you know you're confident with the Zerg match. But
없으면
if you had to
없다고
pick
해도 돼요.
one Zerg player
진에어의
that you
이병렬
really admit is
선수
really tough to
잘하시는
beat,
그 선수는
makes for really
네,
good games,
나중에
who would
한번
it be?
경기하는 것도 한번 기대가 되네요.
네.
And he
자,
said
이렇게
probably
해서
Rogue
오늘
or
깔끔한
Jin Air.
경기력으로 16강에 올라가게
doesn't even say
됐고 또 이제
darkest
조
team.
지명식에 참여를 하게 됐습니다. 지명권이 있으시거든요.
네.
So you're gonna be the
지난번에는
team selection.
조에 들어가게 됐는데 이번에는
and then you have
먼저
a seed to
판을 짤
pick,
수가 있습니다. 이번에
the players you wanna play against.
아세요?
제가 좀
She
짤
asked,
수
are you
있는
going to make a group of
권한이
death this
많이
time?
있으면은 좀
네.
쉬운 조로 하고 싶은 마음이 더 커요.
쉬운 조로 첫 상대도 그럼 혹시 저그가 될까요?
I actually want to make my group as easy as
네,
possible.
저그전은 좀 방송에서 되게 긴장하는 바람에 좀 어려운 것 같아서
네.
태태전이나 토스전이
She
더
said, so you're going to
편한
pick
것
Zerg then?
왠지 죽음의 조가 될 수도 있을 것 같은 예감이 드는데 자 앞으로 이신영
In
선수
broadcast matches against Zerg,
오늘
I'm a little bit
보여준
nervous.
경기력이라면 올 시즌도 6승
But I feel
내서
pretty
좋을 것
comfortable in
같습니다.
matches against
각오
Protoss and
들어볼게요.
Terran. She said, so what's your goal for the season? And
32강을
he
좀
says,
그래도 나름 쉽게 올라가가지고 다행이고 앞으로도 요새 경기도 좀 잘 되고
I feel like
게임도 잘
I'm going to make my way to the
돼가지고
round of 16, or I made my way to the round of 16 pretty
딱히,
easily. And my performance
예,
was pretty
올라갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
satisfactory.
맞나요? 네, 알겠습니다.
And I think I can
앞으로도
make it
이승현
further.
선수
That's all I said.
활약하는 모습 기대하겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
네,
All right, guys, that
감사합니다.
does it for the
네.
interview.
자, 이렇게 해서 오늘
Innovation, our first
깔끔한
survivor. It's
경기력으로
now down to Super Solar and Heart.
That's right. Don't forget, guys, you get a GSL coin for coming here. You get a sign on the camera. That's 2 GSL coins as well. That could be up to 3 GSL coins a day. Wow. And you can enter those to win stuff. So do it. Get down here and do it.
And that does it for our third best of 3. We're going to go to a short little break, and when we return, we're going to go to our losers match and see who's going to be the first player to be knocked out of this GSL Code S. Stay tuned.